In the heart of our small town, situated between worn-out buildings and dimly lit streets, stood the local bar. For me, it had always been a sanctuary, a place where I sought solace after long, exhausting days. However, everything took a drastic turn when two strangers arrived and took over the bar, casting an eerie shadow over the familiar establishment. The newcomers, Mark and Lucas, carried an aura of mystery with them. They effortlessly blended in with the regular patrons, exuding confidence and charm. Yet, their piercing gazes and cryptic smiles unsettled me. Whispers circulated among the townsfolk, fueled by curiosity and unease, despite my reservations. I found myself inexplicably drawn to their magnetic presence. Late nights at the bar turned into conversations laden with dark secrets and hidden desires. Mark's piercing blue eyes seemed to penetrate my soul, while Lucas's enigmatic grin sent shivers down my spine. The knot in my stomach tightened, but I couldn't resist their allure. As time passed, peculiar incidents unfolded within the walls of the bar. The jukebox would suddenly burst to life, blaring eerie melodies that sent chills down our spines. Menacing shadows danced in the corners, whispering secrets we were never meant to hear. Each visit to the bar left me with an unshakable sense of unease. Driven by a growing obsession, I delved into the enigma surrounding Mark and Lucas. My investigation led me down a trail of past connections, disappearing identities, and a string of unsolved crimes. The deeper I ventured, the more I questioned whether I had stumbled upon something far more sinister than I had ever imagined. Through painstaking research, I uncovered that Mark and Lucas were not mere out-of-town bar owners. They were linked to a network of organized crime, tainted by bloodshed and corruption. Their presence in our small town was not accidental. It was a calculated move to establish a new base of operations. The extent of their power became clear, filling me with paralyzing fear. Their watchful eyes seemed to be everywhere, their influence reaching into every corner of the town. It became evident that my knowledge could put me in great danger, and escaping their grasp seemed impossible. Unbeknownst to me, I had unwittingly become entangled in their web of deceit. With my life hanging in the balance, I knew I had to take a stand. Gathering evidence against Mark and Lucas became my only hope for survival. Late nights were spent compiling incriminating documents and recording conversations, constantly looking over my shoulder, fearing their next move. As I unraveled the truth, the walls seemed to close in around me. Paranoia consumed my every waking moment, leaving me sleepless and on edge. The town I once knew transformed into a labyrinth of shadows and secrets. I had become a pawn in their twisted game, and the stakes were higher than I could have ever imagined. Armed with evidence and determination, I made one last attempt to expose Mark and Lucas. Confronting them in the very bar they had overtaken, the air crackled with tension. The truth spilled from my lips, threatening to shatter their carefully constructed facade. But they were not ones to be cornered easily. In a chilling turn of events, their true nature was revealed. Their smiles twisted into malicious grins as they unleashed their wrath upon me. The bar became a scene of chaos and violence, where the line between predator and prey blurred. It was a nightmare brought to life, as I fought for survival in a battle I never anticipated. Battered and bruised, I emerged from the wreckage of the bar, barely escaping with my life. Mark and Lucas vanished into the night, leaving behind a trail of devastation. The town was forever scarred by their presence, haunted by the darkness they brought. Though the physical wounds healed, the scars they left behind were etched deep within my psyche. The nightmare continued to haunt my dreams, serving as a constant reminder of the evil that can hide in plain sight. The small town would forever bear the weight of its encounter with darkness, and I, too, would be forever changed. In the picturesque town of Crestwood, nestled among rolling hills and exuding a sense of tranquility, resided a woman named Emily. She had built a life there with her loving husband, Jacob. However, their world was shattered when Jacob inexplicably vanished without a trace, on one fateful day. The police launched an investigation, and friends and family tirelessly searched, but all efforts proved fruitless. Jacob had seemingly vanished into thin air, leaving Emily grappling with agonizing uncertainty. Their once warm home transformed into an empty shell, haunted by shattered memories. Every creaking floorboard and whisper of the wind outside seemed to amplify the void left by Jacob's absence. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, as Emily wrestled with unanswered questions. The weight of the unknown consumed her, pushing her to the edge of sanity. Emily clung to the last remnants of hope, longing for resolution to the nightmare that had consumed her life. On the anniversary of Jacob's disappearance, a knock at the door shattered Emily's fragile peace. With trembling hands, she swung the door open, and there stood Jacob as if he had never been gone. His face bore no traces of the turmoil Emily had endured, and his smile held a disconcerting serenity. Emily's emotions oscillated between relief and suspicion, leaving her paralyzed. As Jacob stepped into their home, the atmosphere grew heavy with unspoken tension. Emily struggled to comprehend the surreal turn of events, yearning for answers that would bring clarity to her endured nightmare. However, Jacob offered no solace, evading her probing questions with vague excuses and a chilling smile that concealed untold secrets. With each passing day, Emily's unease deepened. The man who had returned to her bore an uncanny resemblance to Jacob, but something felt off. His laughter lacked genuine warmth, and his once vibrant eyes now seemed distant and vacant. Emily sensed a darkness within him, a shadow tainting their every interaction. Driven by a desperate need for answers, Emily embarked on a quest to uncover the truth. She delved into Jacob's past, digging through forgotten memories and untangling hidden threads. Her investigation led her to startling revelations, exposing a web of deception and betrayal that shook the foundation of her reality. Jacob's disappearance was not a random occurrence, but a deliberate choice. Emily's relentless pursuit of the truth unveiled a sinister pact he had made, entangling him in a world of shadows and deceit. The details of his involvement remained elusive, but it was clear that his return came at a price. The implications of his choices threatened to tear their lives apart once again, plunging Emily into a treacherous spiral of fear and uncertainty. As Emily unraveled the dark underbelly of her husband's actions, she realized that the shadows were not done with them. Sinister forces lurked in the periphery, manipulating their lives and demanding a reckoning. The veil of normalcy that once enveloped Crestwood was ripped away, revealing the true nature of the town and its inhabitants. Armed with newfound knowledge, Emily mustered her courage to confront the darkness head-on. She refused to be a mere pawn in their twisted game, determined to protect herself and those she loved. But the shadows were relentless, closing in on her with an insidious grip that threatened to consume her sanity. In a heart-pounding climax, Emily faced the embodiment of the darkness that had plagued her life. A showdown of wills ensued as she fought for her survival and the truth. The town of Crestwood became the battleground for a battle she never anticipated, where the lines between reality and nightmare blurred, and her very existence hung in the balance. Though Emily emerged victorious from the harrowing ordeal, she carried the weight of the darkness within her. The scars of her ordeal ran deep, leaving an indelible mark on her soul. The small town of Crestwood would forever bear the stain of the secrets it held, serving as a constant reminder that evil can lurk in the most unsuspecting places. As Emily rebuilt her life, she clung to a fragile peace. The nightmares of the past still haunted her, and the spectre of the shadows loomed in the corners of her mind. She knew that the battle was far from over, but she was determined to forge ahead, armed with the knowledge that truth and resilience were her most potent weapons. After spending many years living in the city, my wife, Emma, and I made the decision to embrace a slower lifestyle and relocate to a charming, picturesque small town in Texas. We were captivated by the friendly neighbors, the quaint streets, and the allure of a close-knit community, believing it was a dream come true. Little did we know, behind the tranquil facade, a sinister secret awaited, ready to turn our lives upside down. Our house was nestled on the outskirts of town, surrounded by rolling fields and tall trees. Among our neighbors, one individual, Mr. Johnson, caught our attention. His unsettling gaze lingered upon us, accompanied by an unnerving smile. There was something about him that unsettled our nerves, an aura of mystery and darkness that made us question the secrets he might be concealing. As days turned into weeks, peculiar events began to unsettle us. Eerie shadows danced on our walls, whispering secrets that only the wind could hear. Night after night, we were plagued by mysterious footsteps echoing through our home. The entire town seemed to hold its breath, as if aware of the sinister secret lurking beneath its surface. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, we embarked on an investigation into the secrets fiercely guarded by Mr. Johnson. Our search led us to an old, dilapidated shed on his property, where we discovered a hidden room concealed within its walls. With trepidation, we entered the chamber of darkness, revealing old photographs, cryptic notes, and remnants of a twisted past. As we delved deeper into the mysteries of the hidden room, the true nature of Mr. Johnson's secret began to unravel. We uncovered a dark history of unsolved disappearances in the town, conveniently forgotten by the authorities. The more we unearthed, the clearer it became that Mr. Johnson was intricately involved in these disturbing events. It became evident that the sinister secret extended far beyond him, ensnaring the entire town in a web of deception. Corrupt officials, twisted alliances, and a network of dark intentions unveiled themselves, leaving us questioning who could be trusted. Paranoia gripped us as we discovered that danger lurked around every corner. Threats arrived in anonymous letters, our phones were tapped, and it felt like our every move was under surveillance. Fear became our constant companion, and the shadows that once provided comfort now held us captive in their grip. Realizing that exposing the town's secrets would jeopardize our lives, we devised a plan to escape. In the dead of night, with trembling hands and pounding hearts, we packed our essentials and silently slipped away. Each creaking floorboard and rustling leaf felt like a beacon, alerting our pursuers to our escape. Despite physically leaving the small town behind, the nightmares continued to haunt us. The horrors we witnessed lingered in our minds, tormenting us day and night. The twisted smiles of the townspeople and the buried secrets beneath their friendly facades haunted our thoughts, serving as a constant reminder that evil can reside, even in the most unsuspecting places. We may have physically escaped the clutches of the small town, but we could never truly shake off its hold. The nightmares and paranoia followed us, etching themselves into our souls. We became forever marked by the encounter, forever changed by the realization that evil can exist within the hearts of those we least expect.